characters in.
Right.
But I liked this match.
I'm down. Check it out.
And Garland's.
Yeah,
Garland's always in for a long game.
Yeah. You know, I do think that at least for like Garland and what's that one? Sedgwill. It's just they're playing a big role with and they're playing a big role with being able to play. They really play.
And it's fine for like we're doing a tournament. And it's like okay, like I'm putting aside like 2 hours and like I'm really gonna do this. But like
I don't even know honestly even about a tournament. Like a part of the idea behind Starter is that it's also like a wait. Did I? Okay, I didn't misposition that. Okay, we'll just do this then. Idea behind Starter is that it's also like kind of like a quote-unquote esports ready format. Obviously, that's never really going to probably ever be the case, but it's built and designed for that. So part of that also means that the gameplay needs to be somewhat fast-paced and exciting. You know, big numbers go boom boom, all this stuff. You know that does decently for viewership. But also, if it's taking like 20 actions to really get into something, because you're just watching both teams just sitting there buffing away, like, I mean, both players and the viewership and spectators really probably won't find either of that to be appealing at all.
Probably not. Also, can we replace Mana Burn with something else? It's not that Mana Burn's bad, it's just not that good.
Was it on Ramza?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm thinking giving him... Okay, so here's my thoughts. Ramza is really probably one of the only characters who, like, can effectively have high PA and MA.
Mm-hmm.
So I would give him a skill that's basically like uses the geomancy like formula.
Mm-hmm.
Make it like single target, 6 range or 4 range, and it's like use the geomancy formula except it's +8. Not +8, +6. But also if it that's the damage it does, and then its status is that it debuffs or removes positive statuses.
Like protect. It's got a 19% chance to remove Protect Shell.
Yeah, like Protect Shell Haste,
It's not a bad idea.
It'd be more interesting than Mana Burn, just because, like, I mean, again, not bad, but you're not typically seeing high MP, like, because I've looked into, like, making, like a Mystic with, like, ridiculous high MP and, like, Mana Shield and, like, 2 hands, and like she doesn't cast spells, she just protects herself and
I've got cursing on
wax stuff.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you can get high, but like not as high as if I just went with like a knight with Maximilian, you know, like
right. Yeah, it's not gonna be probably too often you'll see a caster sending at say at least 250 plus to make it worth a considerable move. The range is probably like the main thing I'd say that it has going forward, and being able to just kind of like get the pick.
No, I feel like usually like Ultima is his best skill, which is actually like as I'm sure you surmise from my Ramza here, that's his like. I was looking at the MP costs or everything. All right, so what's a really good way to deal damage?
Mm-hmm.
And it came down to him and Cloud, because Cloud's got a great moveset for dealing damage now, but it's so he doesn't, it's very narrow. Whereas Ramza, like, okay, Ultima does as much damage as some of his limits. It's pretty fast, and he can like revive and do other stuff too. I want to sell Ramza over Cloud.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I do have a little bit more for Cloud on the pipe work before I'm kind of just done with him.
Innate swiftness. CT0 on Cloud.
Well, we'll see. I'll hold off until I feel confident in change. But it's something I think they'll put him out as very solid. Now I think he's already getting up there, but
I feel like he's already pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm not. Whatever you want to give him, I'm sure it's fine. The only thing I was going to suggest because I know you went with shields.
What, double hand?
I was going to suggest double hand.
Yeah.
Total wingman that.
No, I agree. I agree. It makes more sense for him to have double hand. That's how he literally holds his Buster Sword.
Well, I was actually going to suggest too, doing the giving him access to like katanas, like too, because like he does equip those like in the original game, you know, like some of his swords are katanas, like, and maybe bringing down because I feel like it's a little ridiculous how much MA the katanas give. Like, I know that was meant to compensate for the samurai, but like having +4 MA is kind of ridiculous. Like, I think +2 would be fine, but doing that.
That's what you're saying.
Well, especially like now, like, because I feel like samurais have okay MA to begin with. If you increase the damage of Iato a little bit, I feel like you could definitely dial back on the MA.
Yes.
Katana's grant.
Definitely. And that's something I'll have to explore as well. Because if I do bring Iato up, then the Katana's probably need to come back down to a degree to compensate.
Or you can do something like maybe like Chiri Draden does like gives like +2 MA, but then like the Mass Immune gives a +1 speed. Like, you know, so there's some variety too.
That's true.
I mean, again, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just telling you what my thoughts.
I got you. Yeah, I was definitely not bad.
But though there are bad ideas.
There are bad ideas. You have convinced me of that in general to like having an atheist. But I mean, it's like I said, that's something I probably have to kind of like go through as a layer. Like, figure out what's up with the auto. Make adjustments, kind of check the power creep on it. If it's too much when you factor like Chirdraden or Masamune, then maybe bringing down the plus values or something, do something to them afterwards. Just so they're not like too much overkill behind it. But it kind of, I think Samurai definitely benefited from the heavy armor changes, but because Iato is not as effective, it also hurts him in the same sense.
Yep. For sure.
Okay, it is Ultima. Alright, I had a feeling it was Ultima. That's fair.
Maybe you want to make the MP stealing ability on the Dark Knight. Maybe that could be like the one.
I forgot you had to go.
Yeah.
Yes,
maybe you can make the MP stealing ability on the Dark Knight. Maybe that could be 0 MP. I feel like that's kind of reasonable.
Yeah, I thought about that too. When I was changing the values, I was like, shouldn't From Strike really have an MP cost?
No, I'll try to put that back at 0.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest can, but like that one, like, you know, they're recharging, like.
All right, Aries, make him love you. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I think that's reasonable too, because that's kind of weird to have an MP cost on an ability that steals MP.
Does Mowdown will that hit Golem? I'm gonna guess no.
It goes through. Yeah, it goes through. Alright, let's kind of re-up this. Oof. Alright, that hurt.
It is painful.
You could just like see it in the animation.
You hit like 3 or 4 of your guys.
Yeah, I think you got everybody. Yeah, I think you got everybody. Maybe the archer.
That's not really what I wanted to happen. I really wanted to get hit your mana shield.
Alright, man shield. Alright.
See, reprise is a great skill, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I feel like they needed something that like inflicts like real damage. Not even like a lot, but just like something, you know, that does something that's instant, not as much as ultimate, but something that, you know, does its job.
The way when I was looking at trying to differentiate Ramzan Luso, I tried to envision him as more of like a tactician to a degree.
Yeah.
Trying to get some like tactful skill sets, so not necessarily all of it comes down to having damage, but like trying to play off of what's going on, like situational damage. Like, yeah, I can kind of beat a point and then reprisal at the end, or maybe that's right, I don't have the MP. And you still have the you still do. Ugh. Right, I did 300. I did like 3 something earlier, so probably solid enough even after an attack.
The problem is if you use golems, you can't use a mine.
Damn. What was that?
If you use golem, like if your plan is that one of your guys have golem on him, you really can't use a mine.
Oh yeah. Now this is definitely an interesting like positioning right now. You have your dancer right in the thick of my squad, but she is just completely slowed on everybody. You know.
That's the goal. Also, while she's in the thick of it, she's also protected by Golem. She's too close to your archer to get hit effectively. Your Adrius can, but I know that Divine Ruination has some wonky movement or vertical stuff with it, where unless you're on flat plane, it gets really wonky really quick. And you know, you could hit my monk, you could hit Ramza or my ninja, but you'd have to hit your Dark Knight too. You know, I have it so it's gonna be painful for you to hit him.
Oh no! Damn it!
No, I thought about it. That's why I got too. My point was I was trying to get too close to your archer and mediator to hit me with their long range weapons.
Oh yeah.
That was the goal. I was actually going to suggest maybe you could do it so that the sword skills rely on silence too, since it costs MP. Because that would actually make silence, I feel like, a lot more like useful.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not too sure on that one. I mean, you do. There's several ways to kind of sap out MP now, so I don't know if it's necessarily idea to add that to that as a penalty or as a way to like conform against sword skills. So I also don't want to make sword skills to be like too risky to even really consider.
Yeah, I feel like they benefit just from being unavailable, and like them being unavailable is like good enough. And then I don't really see silence cast almost ever. So I was trying to come up with an avenue of like, okay, well, MP, you know, if you're not using Mana Shield, I don't think there are that many ways to reduce MP. Like
there isn't. It's Infernal and Infernal Empowerment and Usfune.
Oh, and Rend MP.
Well, and Rend MP.
Half.
Yeah.
Rend MP does half, and none of those are like if there's a skill that emptied out your opponent's mana bar, like even like it could be like an archer attack maybe where it was PA times WP, you know, physical attack times weapon power to MP, that'd be fine. or even that's why I actually suggested with the Vesper giving that 20 weapon power but drain MP. I thought that'd be a good like anti-sword skill, anti-caster weapon. That was the idea anyway.
Or are you even able to even do that though? Because don't you still have to have it set to the gun formula?
I want to say yes, but even if you had it at 20 WP, and if you got a weapon at 20 WP that drained MP, and like it didn't do any damage, just went for the MP, I feel like that'd be reasonable. Like I don't think that'd be broken at all. I think it would be a great weapon for like again draining.
Right.
But I don't think it'd be broken.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. All right, and the effects of haste and slow now, or slow.
Well, I got lucky here actually. I rushed my guys in faster than I probably should have, but it was to get you in the position I needed you in. Plus, you made a mistake with your archer by taking him off of scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like, yeah, and then you attacked through the golem, and that's what I love about golem. Everyone always forgets I turned it on.
It definitely plays as like a psychological play. That's for sure.
Because you can't like every other
way to check it.
You can check it. Like even like reflect, which doesn't have like a little icon thing, but like all my guys have reflect too. Because I fucking hate magic.
I mean, that's one way to do it. All right. Well, it's like a barely move as it is. We're going to do.
Move them out of range, do borrow time. Nope.
Okay, who can hit with this? Alright, so Ramza can be hit, the knight can be hit, but the monk is ribboned. Okay, that's fair. Alright.
You're going for the...
Try to go for Sass. Hey, I got one.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn it! Oh gosh.
That's so good.
I went from awesome to just very anticlimactic.
I was about to say, well, but when he gets haste, couldn't it go back away? Like, and yep, sure enough.
Yep, sure enough. Oh man.
I shouldn't have put Soulbind on my Rams. I should have been Dragonheart, but it's hard to like come up with it when you plan on having Golem. If you're not using Mana Shield, it's hard to come up with another. Oh, you got another one.
Got another one, but
you guys stopped two of my guys. Let's see who's next.
all right, one more time.
I would suggest maybe moving Slow Dance and Rousing Melody back to doing the speed boost, but I feel like that would lead to a lot of turtling.
Yeah.
I mean, not
I thought about that. Well, I don't.
That Slow Dance that one works so well, but Definitely with browsing melody, it would. I think slow dance dropping a point in speed would, and like having 50% chance, that'd actually be okay.
Mm-hmm. I need to go back and look at the ticks. Well, not really that, just the ticks of for dance, because you do it is a little different. Like you have to get to your opponent now.
That's what I was trying to explain. I don't think I explained it well, but the fact that it worked, like it immediately starts up again, like it's still faster than haste, in that you don't have to plan for anything. If that makes sense, like
I got what you were coming from after you had kind of like broke down the CT stuff. But also like in regards to dance and just the way it functions now, because you have to be not up close, but in proximity. I might need to dial back the ticks on some of the stuff, not necessarily slow dance, but like I need to figure out which and Mincing Minuet. I really would like to make those abilities at least considerable now, instead of just there's a real reason they use them, because they just, I don't know, for some reason mincing and witch hunt, they both, it doesn't matter what values you change in patcher, they just don't take.
Yeah, have you tried changing the formula and messing around with that?
I have, but then it's like, if I'm not mistaken, then it messes up with the effect animation. I'm assuming it's something along the lines of it being hard coded.
Yeah, probably.
Because for Bard Song, you could change it fine, and I mean the values do go up. If I set it to 50, if I set the X to 50, then it's 50 HP plus your PA or MA. So it works fine for those two, but for dance, for some reason, no.
Have you considered? So what if Mincing Minuet and Witch Hunt were like the original range, like those were, because like you can like come up with a team that's designed around with like mines, like shit I've done in the past.
Yeah.
But like that wouldn't be viable now, like especially like since like it's like I think when I was kind of using it, it was more of a new strategy, and people may not have reacted now the best way. Now, if you saw me with two mines and 3 dancers, you're rushing me because you know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe like just those, like the ones that kind of do like the little bits of damage, those might be able to go back to
any range.
Yeah, like I think that would be okay, and then keep the rousing melody, polka, the ones that affect PA and A, shit like that, the 5. I think that's reasonable.
Might be something to consider, because I kind of feel bad for those abilities, because it's just like they're already kind of poor as it is. Like why would you ever run them?
Pretty much no reason.
Yeah, and that's also like I was trying to make it to where it was like at least a little bit, like if I wanted to have a little damage over time, it wouldn't feel crappy to do like 22 damage every couple ticks. Like maybe had to do like, I don't know, at least 50 plus or something like that. Like something decent, nothing crazy, but something decent.
Oh no, I get you.
Yay!
There you go.
GG.
I did good GG. I think you could probably. Trying to think. So hear me out here for a second. I think slow, like I would rather my entire opponent's team be